Guys, I have a data report. I printed it out. It's a physical thing. It's also a PDF. Please take a look. Today I'm going to walk you through it and share some of the key insights from our first 2024 compensation report. Okay, let's go. So the first thing we're going to look at is the distribution of roles that we work with. A lot of people ask us, what kind of roles do we work with? The answer is all of them. But obviously, our deal flow follows market demand. In 2024, engineering roles made up about 40% of the open roles that Uptop worked with. BD and marketing came up with about another 30%. One surprise for me on this one was DevRel. DevRel only represented about 2.1% of our listings last year. I anticipate this changing in 2025, but the supply is also minuscule. Huge opportunity here for folks with CS degrees who want to do something maybe a bit more creative outside of just coding. If you can code and look in a camera and record a little content and maybe not throw up on your shirt, you probably make a lot of money in 2025. Let's look at compensation trends by role. As salary naturally follows demand, we see engineering salaries leading the pack with our top end range of around 300K in 2024. Well, that may sound like a lot to some of the founders out there. Just wait. If we see a huge increase in funding come into the ecosystem with the venture backed mandates to go hire larger engineering teams, we're going to see a demand jump against a relatively inelastic supply of qualified crypto engineers. We might start seeing engineering salaries that could make like a Google kind of meta blush, So heads up out there. We do anticipate demand and prices for these engineers to grow. Marketing and business development also competitive in terms of salaries. Marketers provide the valuable service of making the number go up. The BD function in crypto is well, I'm not really sure what those guys do. They seem to have a lot of opinions on the difference between SIGs and Zens and vapes and yapping. Godspeed, fellas. I love you. Go get the bag. Next, we're going to look at salaries by skill. We're going to dig in a little bit more granularly into some of these salaries. So top skills within engineering, Solidity, Rust, smart contract development. We're seeing kind of averages sit in that 190, 195K range. Solidity and Rust are the top in demand skills. People that can do low level, highly performant language development like Rust and Golang. In addition, if you can do Solidity for EVM, smart contract development, we're going to continue to see strong demand this year. The need for Solana developers, which is written in Rust currently, has really elevated the market for what these candidates can earn. Generalist, jack of all trade marketers command the highest pay range outside of engineering, with growth marketers and BD professionals following. Let's take a look at regional salary trends. The US leads in pay. Singapore is emerging as a key hub, with Singapore securing second place in compensation behind the United States, beating out the UK and Europe. APAC continues to prove its strategic importance for crypto growth. Searching for talent in Eastern and Southern Europe, Latin America, especially India, can offer some value for hiring managers who are looking to arbitrage out of these expensive, high cost of living areas. Lastly, we're going to look at funding and compensation. Here's one that's going to blow your mind. Companies that have raised $30+ million in crypto pay higher salaries, especially in engineering and marketing. Why do people with more money have to pay more? Well, they take more money from investors. They give them equity in return. As that equity becomes more valuable based on growing valuations, they get a little stingy with what they're willing to give new hires and employees. But don't worry, they're going to give you more of that sweet, sweet venture cash instead. Early employees take more risk, they take less cash, and they get a higher upside. It's a tale as old as time. No big surprises there, but a little bit of data to back it up and actually what that difference looks like between a seed stage company and a Series A, Series B company. So take a look there. Lastly, remote work. 88% of the roles that we worked with were remote or hybrid options. Most of those are going to be just pure remote. The TLDR, guys, is American talent is set to get even more expensive in 2025. Building in person in New York City is going to be prohibitively expensive for many teams, and there is a great global pool of talent in crypto across functions. I dive deeper into this in my recent article about working remote in crypto. There's a link in that below. Guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for listening. Today, we looked at hiring and compensation trends in 2024. We're going to be doing regular data reporting in 2025. feel free to drop me a line on things you'd like to see. And as always, DMs are open. Check this out. Share the PDF. Everybody have a great start to the year.